Ethiopia is among East African countries that have been ranked to have a fertile land for construction business to flourish. Ethiopia is also one of the fastest growing countries, not only in Africa, but the entire world. The construction industry in the region is growing and offering a green market through the various ongoing mega projects. Let's take a look at some of the biggest ongoing construction projects in Ethiopia 2021. The largest airport in Africa. On 15 January 2020, Ethiopian Airlines announced its plans to build what they called Africa's largest airport between the town of Bishoftu and Zakwala Mountain. This project said may be bigger than Charles de Gaulle Airport in France. Bishoftu, the town where the project is set, is located 39 kilometers southeast of the capital of Ethiopia, Addis Ababa. The $5 billion airport is expected to cover an area of 35 square kilometers and will have a capacity to handle 100 million passengers every year. As it stands, Bole International Airport has a capacity to handle 19 million passengers annually. The new airport is also expected to significantly reduce congestion at Bole. The rapid growth of Ethiopian Airlines, being the largest airline in Africa by fleet size and revenue, has not kept up with the air infrastructure. This project seems to, however, be at a standstill, stuck in the planning stages due to COVID-19, which has done a number on the commercial airline industry in the entire world. Missop Tower. Missop Tower is unique and reflects Ethiopia's culture. The public-private partnership development upon completion will contribute to inflow of tourists and will also enhance the positive image of the country. The 70-story development will be located in the country's capital city, in Addis Ababa. It will be 250 meters high and will sit on a 20,000 square meters of land. The $681 million project will feature hotels, shopping malls, a cultural center representative of all regions of Ethiopia, a gym, and a golf club, among other things. The development is projected to be completed in 5 years' time. The project was slated to begin in mid-2020. However, much like the airport project, seems to also be at a standstill. If the project does kick off, however, it will be one of the most amazing and beautiful structures ever constructed on the African continent. Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. The GERD project has been under construction since 2011. It is in Benishangul-Gumuz Region of Ethiopia, about 15 kilometers or 9 miles east of the border with Sudan. At 6,450 megawatts, this dam will be the largest hydroelectric power plant in all of Africa when completed, as well as the 7th largest in the world. The project is currently complete in the construction phase. However, it is now being filled with water, and this is not an overnight job. If you have ever filled a swimming pool, well, you know it takes a long time. However, I bet it did not take you this long. Filling this huge reservoir began in July of 2020, and it will take between 4 and 7 years to fill with water completely, depending on hydrologic conditions during the filling period, as well as agreements reached between Ethiopia, Sudan, and Egypt. Some of the delays and challenges which this project has faced since the beginning have included the regional dispute over the flow of the River Nile, delays, and also cancellation of the initial contract with METEC, which is run by the Ethiopian military. Upon completion, the total cost of this project is estimated to be at least $4.8 billion, yes, billion with a B, in US dollars. The Ethiopian government has stated that it intends to fund the entire cost of the dam by itself in order to prevent relying on foreign countries who may be brought under pressure by Egypt to withdraw their support. Ethiopia has issued a bond targeted at Ethiopians in the country and abroad to that end. The turbines and associated electrical equipment of the hydropower plants, costing about $1.8 billion are reportedly financed by Chinese banks. This would leave $3 billion in US dollars to be financed by the Ethiopian government through other means. The estimated $4.8 billion US dollar construction cost, apparently excluding the cost of the power transmission lines, corresponded to about 5% of Ethiopia's gross domestic product, or GDP, of $87 billion US dollars in 2017. Addis Ababa-Djibouti Railway. The 752.7-kilometer Ethiopian-Djibouti Railway Modernization Project, also known as the Addis Ababa-Djibouti Railway, is the first modern electrified railway line in East Africa. Shocking, isn't it? The Addis Ababa-Djibouti Railway is a new standard gauge international railway that serves as the backbone of the new Ethiopian National Railway Network. The railway was inaugurated by Prime Minister Hailemariam Desalegn on 1 January 2018. It provides landlocked Ethiopia with access to the sea, linking Ethiopia's capital of Addis Ababa with Djibouti and its port of Dorle. Can you see the sea? More than 95% of Ethiopia's trade passes through Djibouti, accounting for 70% of the activity at the port of Djibouti. The project is jointly owned by the governments of Ethiopia and Djibouti and constructed by the China Railway Group and China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation, or CCECC for short. How is that short? The modernization is expected to provide landlocked Ethiopia with faster access to the port of Djibouti. The total railway capacity is 24.9 million tons of freight annually, with 6 million tons annually expected in the year of 2023. Through 2023, all operations on the new railway will be undertaken jointly by the China Railway Group Limited (CREC) and the China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation (CCECC). During this time, the companies will train local employees so that they can take over railway operations at the conclusion of the initial operation period. The Ethiopian Railway Corporation has also established the African Railway Academy in Bishoftu to graduate rail engineers. The price tag on this project comes in at a whopping $4 billion in total. Genali Dawa 3 hydroelectric power plant. Built by a Chinese firm, China Gazuba Group, Genali Dawa 3 hydroelectric plant has consumed a total investment outlay of $451 million in US dollars, out of which about $67.8 million US dollars was covered by the government of Ethiopia. The remaining was covered by a loan. The project was initially launched in 2010 but was temporarily suspended for more than a year due to certain setbacks related to resettlement of residents living close to the dam. The completion of the project is set to help increase the country's electric power generation capacity to 4,654 megawatts from the existing 4,200 megawatts and help enhance the economic benefits of Genali and Dawa communities through expanding irrigation development. Ethiopian Electric Power held a ceremony on 4 February to mark the completion of the 254-megawatt Genali Dawa 3 hydropower plant on the Dawa River in southeast Ethiopia. 85% of the project's total cost of $451 million US dollars was financed through a loan from Export-Import Bank of China. The remaining 15%, which amounts to around $67.8 million US dollars, was covered by the Ethiopian government. Lapset Project. Lapset on the Lamu Port and Lamu's southern Sudan Ethiopian transport corridor was launched on 2 March 2012 by the then President of Kenya, Mwai Kibaki, late Ethiopian Prime Minister Meles Zenawi, and South Sudan's President Salva Kiir. The Lapset Corridor program is Eastern Africa's largest and most ambitious infrastructure project, bringing Kenya together with Ethiopia and South Sudan. This mega-project consists of 7 key infrastructure projects, starting with a new 32-berth port at Lamu in Kenya, inter-regional highways from Lamu to Isulu, Isulu to Juba in South Sudan, Isulu to Addis Ababa in Ethiopia, and Lamu to Garzan in Kenya. The construction of Lapset's main components, which are ports, pipelines, roads, railways, is currently ongoing, with construction of the first berth at Lamu Port completed in 2019 October. Inter-regional standard gauge railway lines from Lamu to Isulu, Isulu to Juba, Isulu to Addis Ababa, and Nairobi to Isulu, 3 international airports, 1 each at Lamu, Isulu, and Lake Turkana, 3 resort cities, 1 each at Lamu, Isulu, and Lake Turkana, and the multi-purpose High Grand Falls Dam along the Tana River. Wow, that is huge. Well, that is the list of the top construction projects in Ethiopia to watch in 2021. Know of a project in Africa we should feature in a future video? You can let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to give this video a like, and while you're at it, hit the subscribe button as well as the bell to be notified when Afropage releases a new video. Don't go anywhere. We have plenty more great videos like this one waiting for you. Here's one I think you might like. Enjoy!